Get off your ass and do it. What are you hiding? What are you afraid of? Stop neglecting yourself. Get out of this relationship.
And welcome. What are you talking about? What's going on over there? What are you doing?
I was like, I don't know. For some reason today, I'm just like, I don't know. I was like, oh my God, I forgot my stuff. And then, anyway, here's Oliver. Oliver, go sit down, baby. Everything's just kind of like nutty today.
Okay, so I'm going to restart the intro and just see. Okay, and end scene. All right.
I was reaching for my iPad and I don't know. I can't describe it. Anywho, hi.
This is very apropos. Hey, Stephanie, welcome to the show. This is apropos for the final Sunday program. This is it. We're done. We're going away.
Not with the show.
Again. I'm just kidding with them. I mean, come on. See, you can't even give me that.
Did you fire me?
I just want you. Actually, yes. This is it. I'm done. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
So, I can't do this by myself, and I can't do it with Darren, as we learned. So,
oh, come on. That just makes it all entertaining there. No, we're only moving, and we let you know a little bit last week. We're letting you know a little bit this week. We are moving to Thursday nights, 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern, and then of course you'll still have us Sunday nights at 7 and 10 as well. So just a little change. You'll have the same zaniness, probably the same. I don't know. Actually, we haven't started the show like this before, so this is kind of nice. I like haphazard.
No, we have started the show like this 2 weeks ago. Remember, we were like, it was a shit show. I'm looking forward to Thursday nights because doing 2 shows in one day can be a lot. I think that I could work my way up to it, but being sick for so long, it's just like, I feel like my only memory of, because I had pneumonia back in, the summer, which was like my first bout with COVID. Like, it's just been like, I've been sick for so long that I feel like, I think that's why Sundays are always so exhausting for me, because I'm always tired because I haven't been feeling well for so long. Right. But I'm either way. I'm saying that in case one day we go back and we add a 3rd show and I'm doing 2 shows a day and people are like, I thought you could do 2 shows in a day. I think I can. I'm just saying, if I don't have to, Thursday night will be nice, and I think there'll be more energy. Not that I need more energy, but
well, because actually, if you were drinking coffee, I'm not really sure what would happen right there.
I know that would be. Right? I
know. So hey, David, Tessa, you're saying zany. Well, yes, that's my middle name. How did you know? Let's see. We got. Let's see. Tessa was Mommy World time. Well, hey, that could be a little interesting, having a different time for the show. I know, but that's what's great is if you can't catch us live, we can always catch us on demand as well. Babs, welcome to the program. Just to let everybody know, while I have a chance, just how things work, because we have new folks always trying us out. We do have live readings. They're the last part of the show. You never have to ask the question, can I have a reading? Also, don't ask anything very generic. One specific question. Put that in the comments, and we will get to that at the end of the program. And also, one other tiny little note. If anybody besides, I always do that. This gal or this guy, if anyone else besides the 2 of us ask you to DM us, please ignore that, because we just have some folks who like to troll and come in and basically try to take advantage, and we have to ban those and kick those punks out, basically. So it's right in here, basically. Anyone else, please ignore. speaking of business, did you have a little story? Usually I'm used to there being some type of story time to kick things off.
I know. I
So-
mean, I'm trying to think of, I don't have a funny story. I have a, I've decided to offer spiritual coaching now.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
story. Oh, look at me. It's all me. Lucky me.
What? You're telling a story, so I'm giving you center stage. So yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Spiritual coaching. What's that all about?
So let's talk about spiritual coaching. The reason why I decided to do spiritual coaching is because a reading will give you information, right? And then it's up to you to do something with that information or not. And a lot of times people are like, well, what do I do? How do I do it? And also, a reading can sometimes give people this sense of, okay, good, everything's going to be okay. And then they don't do anything. And then everything isn't okay. Or what they wanted didn't transpire. What I said would happen didn't, because they just sat back and was like, well, you said it was going to happen. So, spirituality is something that you have to experience for yourself, right? It's not something that I can do for you, or anyone can do for you, or a book can do for you. It's experiencing it yourself and keeping you accountable and teaching you what that looks like and how to do that. So I feel like my work will be better served if I can work regularly with folks instead of just a one-time reading. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And for some people who have a strong practice and are very accountable for themselves, a reading is all you need. But if you know that you need to be held accountable, if you know that you need support and you have questions, and why did this not work, and why did that work, and how come this happened, and why didn't that happen, then we can work on that weekly, and it can infiltrate your life more consistently. And the goal would be that you manage that then on your own, that you don't need me one day, or you can handle it on your own. And one reading from me doesn't give you that. So being able to put the work in together, and answer your questions regularly, and have you hold yourself accountable, and have me hold you accountable, will help you reach your goals, will help you reach a deeper sense of understanding of who you are, why you are, your purpose, all those things. I can help you reach that doing spiritual coaching versus one reading at a time. And so, you can email me or message me, and we can talk about what pricing is and how to set that up. And I'm also probably going to be starting some meditation classes. And we'll do a little bit of how to, but ultimately it'll be a guided meditation with some manifestation in there, of course, and with some talking a little bit about how to do this for yourself at home. And it's always, even for me in my daily practice, as deep as my practice is, of course, it always goes deeper when I work with someone else or take a class, so I understand that. And I don't see that as a crutch. I see that as something that will enhance your practice and enhance your life. And I say that because I'm really conscious and aware of being someone's crutch, especially with the term medium or psychic attached to my name. That can happen very easily, which is why I'm very adamant about people not coming back regularly for readings, because you have to do the work yourself or you're not going to change. And I don't want to teach anything other than that. And so by offering meditation classes, by offering coaching, I'm setting you up to succeed and then one day not need me. Other than the meditation classes, I mean, like I said, we all need, Tessa knows, she's a yoga teacher. It's like, even though she could run her own class, do her own practice, it's always going to go deeper when you have someone else leading the charge. So
right. And I'm assuming that if people want to know more or want to look for more about this coming out, then they should probably find you at one of those places if they're not already following you. So,
or email me. That email we scroll at the bottom,
There's multiple ways to find her for sure there and reach out. And this will be exciting. So, something new that's coming around the corner.
Oh my God! I know.
You ruined my.
I love when you cut me off. That's the best because
perfect segue. And people can hear this like, oh my God, but wait.
Oh, I love when you do that. It's the best. What I wanted to say, Rick, was remember. So yesterday, yes, we've been doing our Black History shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, we've been doing them on Saturdays, but now they're going to move to Sunday nights, which is going to be awesome. So they'll be consistently once a month on Sundays. Yesterday, we did a really fascinating Black History Month. But what was funny, which you guys couldn't see, but Rick, remember when I got up because Daisy had gotten up and I had to let her out? And she's already blind and deaf, but she's also getting older and slower. And so she had gotten up and just came and was leaning on the tripod that my camera phone sits on. And so she just was like, oh, this is nice, Mom, like leaning there. And I'm holding her and holding the tripod. And I was like, okay, move. She doesn't normally. Daisy moves really fast and is all over the place, but this time she's just like, I'm just gonna hang here, and I'm like waiting for everything that the tripod to topple over, the lights to topple over.
That would have been because I would have blamed it on a ghost or something, because that would have just been perfect. I'd say no, Daisy's not she didn't cause
that. No, it was there was some weird energy in my what's weird is this doesn't happen often at all to me. But last night there was some weird energy in my room, and I woke up, you know, when you're in that state, which is where you get a lot of information, that state of half asleep, half awake. I think it's called the dream state. I think it's the dream state, even though you would think the dream state is actually dreaming. But when you're in that half awake, half asleep is where you get a lot of for me, always, that's where so much of my information comes from. But I woke up in that state and was told there's a lot of strange energy in your room right now. And I'm like, I'm so tired. Please don't make me get up and deal with it. And I was like, Oliver, you deal with it. Can you deal with it? he growls when I do that, by the way.
Well, I'm sure he's just like, please.
I went back to sleep and then woke up in the morning and was like, oh, I hope nothing. I go to Bruce. I look over and Bruce is like in some like comatose state because I didn't clear the energy when I was supposed to. And I was like, sorry. He wasn't. He was fine. He doesn't care.
Nice. Oblivious. It's fine.
What are we doing? Pick a card.
Yeah. You know, that thing that I rolled, like, you know,
10 minutes ago.
Like 10 minutes ago. It's great. Yeah, it's fine.
I feel like we need to me. All right, let's chill. Here we go. All right, close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. We're going to inhale through the nose. We're going to exhale through the mouth. Again, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. This time I want you to really elongate your inhale. Lengthen that exhale. All right, relax the forehead. Relax the eyes. Relax the jaw. Relax the shoulders, the belly, the thighs, and your feet. Just breathe for a minute. First, noticing your breath, becoming aware of your breath, and then consciously deepening your breath. Check back in with that forehead, relax it. Check back in with that jaw, release it. Check back in with those shoulders, relax them. And breath. Notice your breath. Just breathe. Continuing to allow your body to release, the belly to release, really allowing the belly to expand and the belly to pull in, learning how to allow that belly to be big. We spend our lives pulling in, doing crunches, some of us. Sorry, I was thinking of you, Rick.
Thank you.
You don't spend your life doing crunches, but we do hold we hold our tension in our belly. Release the belly. What do you all need to know today? What do you all want to know today? No, I take that back. What do you all need to know? Now, what do you want to know? Because what we want to know and what we need to know is totally different. Continue to deepen your breath. Continue to check in with the shoulders, the forehead, the jaw, these areas that are notoriously stiff, tight, and the belly. Let's focus on the belly. All right, almost there. Just one more card. I think, or maybe we'll only do 2 cards today. I've threatened that before. Okay, I think we're only on 2 cards. Okay, that is it. Tricked you. Card 1, card 2, card 1, card 2. You okay, Oliver? Oliver's looking at something. I swear there's some stuff flying around in this room that I should probably clear. If you see anything like swoop through, I just pictured like Ghostbusters, like those green things from Ghostbusters.
Oh, Slimer!
If you see one just appear in the camera, it's cool. We'll get rid of him later.
If you get slimed, oh, that would be epic.
Oliver's so sensitive. I mean, all animals are sensitive to the energy, but Oliver's sensitive in a way that, it scares him. And so I have to be, Daisy's scared of nothing. So I have to like be aware of that with him. It's not fair to him. Card 1. Okay, sorry, in case you forgot what card you picked. Okay, card 1, what's going on? We got to talk about this. I'm not liking this. There's conflict, there's struggle, there's fear, there's doubt. Like, why am I doing this? Why am I climbing this hill? Why am I here? And for some of you, the why am I here isn't necessarily that you're in a bad place. There's just this sense of like, why am I here? Like, in the big picture, what am I supposed to be doing? And how did I get to this place in my life? Like, I thought I'd be somewhere else. This conflict is just overwhelming me, and it's leaving others out. It's causing this rift, and a lot for some of you, this conflict is internal. This internal struggle with you is like, am I doing the right thing? Should I be doing it? Should I not? Am I doing the right thing? This just internal struggle with the self. We got to work through that, because struggle is good. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have it. But for some of you, for all of you, embrace the struggle so you can erase the struggle. That's what Yogi Bhajan says, embrace to erase. Instead of just being on that treadmill of it. Stop. Why am I struggling? Why am I in this position? Okay, it's you put yourself there. whether you like it or not. So how are you going to get yourself out of it? And for some of you, like I said, it's an internal struggle. For some of you, it's not really a, life-threatening bad. It's just, you're tired, you're kind of tired of the race, kind of tired of the treadmill, what this thing that you're on, you can get off it. You don't believe you can get off it because you have decided that obligation, money, car, all of that's important, but you can get off it and still take care financially. You just need to move through the heart instead of moving through the head. How you get out of the head and into the heart is meditation, is a day-to-day conscious awareness of who you are and why you are. That takes practice. That takes awareness, consciousness. It takes knowing. This is a good struggle for you all to be in. It's going to bring you to that open door. It's going to bring you to this door that's just been closed for a long time. But you have to pull out of the struggle. And I don't mean physically pull out of the struggle. I mean, emotionally, spiritually, see the struggle and then put yourself here so you can determine, okay, I'm going to look at it with clear eyes. I'm going to look at it without judgment. I'm going to look at it differently. And when I say look at it, that's sounding logical, and I don't mean that, because when we are able to separate ourselves from the struggle, we allow our heart to show us subtly the way through. And when we're stuck in struggle, everything's loud, right? Everything's hard. Everything's scary, fearful. But when you remove yourself from the struggle, which takes confidence and strength in itself and clarity, you do that in yoga and meditation or journaling, right? You can then look at it through the heart instead of the head. We are so consumed with fixing things with our mind, and that's what's keeping you on this treadmill. You want to fix it with the heart, which means no logic. You allow that intuition to show you the way through. The way through is subtle, and it's a different path. It's a different side. It's a different way. But you got to get out of the struggle. You got to remove yourself. And for some of you that are still finding that daily practice, still learning what that means, you can logically visualize yourself removing yourself from this pile of struggle. You can do that for sure. Imagination is key in manifestation and creativity and spirituality, but not fixing it with the mind. For some of you, it's not about fixing it, right? And understanding that with this shift, it's going to shift everything around you. You can't behave one way at work and then a different way at home. You can't behave one way at home and then differently at work. Everything affects everything. I say that because for some of you, if you're, really sweet and patient and compassionate at work, and then you come home and you're none of those things, that's an inner turmoil. That's the inner struggle. That's the chaos that you're creating. Everything affects everything. How I speak on the show affects my life. How I behave in my personal life affects this show. Everything affects everything. And once we understand that, it'll allow us to look at each area of our life as one and not as separate. Well, that's that, and this is this. No. because you're creating a struggle, which for some of you is manifesting in your stomach as pain, as sadness, as confusion. So being able to heal that. And remember, once it manifests in the physical body, now we have to deal with the physical body. Okay, so healing the physical trauma in the stomach, and then dealing with the emotional, dealing with the spiritual. There's so much to it. All right. Card 2. Why are we angry today? It's funny because I was feeling the anger before we started the show. I was feeling the anger, which kind of turned into anxiety, which I think was why I was a little loopy in the beginning there, you know, because this card 2, card 2 is also, there's this, I almost want to say 2 worlds happening for you. Like this split life, you know, it's like, same kind of concept for card 2. Like, hold on, what is going on with you guys today? There's this, you come over here and you're angry and stressed and frustrated, and then you come over here and you're trying to be, it's like, I feel like for some women, moms, I'm feeling like there's this, you know, you're over here and you're just go, and then you come home and you're trying to, like, okay, how do I take out that angst from work and just, you know, be mom at home, you know, or be a, you know, a good partner or whatever that is, you know, this confusion of living like a split life. And I think that some of you don't even realize you're doing it. This is probably why there's only 2 cards, because I feel this symmetry with everyone's kind of going through this lack of awareness of how you treat others differently, and you treat life experiences differently, and you compartmentalize rage, anger, frustration, unhappiness, so that you can function in one world and allow it to come out in another world, you know? And compartmentalizing things is dangerous for you, for our health. It's important, it's a good gift. It's good to have it in situations of trauma, urgency, emergency, right? But if we aren't living in emergency trauma, we shouldn't be compartmentalizing, ideally, right? And that's what's coming up today for all of you, is you're doing that, and it's affecting you. And if you're watching this show and you're pulling cards, there's a part of you that is spiritually inclined, which means this is eating you up. This push-pull with who you want to be versus who society says you should be, or who family, or who you say you should be, is too much. It's too much, okay? Being able to remove yourself from who you think you should be, who others think you should be, and what you think you want, and allow your heart to bring you in a different direction. That's for all of you. Moving through the heart. See, and this is why I talked about spiritual coaching, because I can give you all this guidance from spirit, and then it's like, how, right? Moving through the heart. Most of you don't have any concept of what that means, and that's okay, but that's because we are trained to move through the head brain, the mind, fix it, figure it out, do it, organize it, plan it, instead of allowing the heart to show you a way through that's more subtle. That might be easier. I'm in the midst of doing that right now. And to be able to move through the heart takes work. But it's easier, ultimately. So for all of you, cards 1 and card 2, I want you to remove who you think you are supposed to be, who you thought you wanted to be, how others want you to be. And I want you to really be okay with sitting with yourself and focusing that meditation on the heart, so the heart can show you the way through. Because the heart's job is solely to pump, right? The heart, all the heart does is pump. Doesn't matter what else is going on. I mean, unless your body's giving out, obviously. But the heart doesn't judge. It just pumps blood. That's what it does, right? It just exists. And it always finds a way to pump. The brain is right, wrong, yes, no, good, bad. Figure it out, fix it, right? And then we latch on to things, and it should look like this, it should be like that, and he said this, and I said that, and right? And society says, and I don't think I can do it if I do this, and I don't think I can do it if I do that. Oh my God, it's stressing me out just thinking about it, right? Moving to the heart in your meditation is what will give you that subtle way through. Have you looked at it this way? Have you tried this? And it's not, that information doesn't necessarily come in that moment of meditation. That's why being conscious every minute of the day is so important, so you hear it, right? So when we sit in meditation and then we are unconscious the rest of the day, we miss that. How do you be conscious the whole day? Practice. There's ways to do it, right? Holding yourself accountable. But for all of you, you all need to look at, there's something that is asking you to change. You have been this way a long time, but it makes the most sense, but it's who I am, but it's not. It's not. And it's causing strife and struggle for you. And for some of you, it's causing that struggle for those around you. And it's subconscious, so we don't really know and realize. Family members picking up on the stress and strain, you know? Okay. Sorry.
Excellent. As always, coming up in a few moments, we're going to have our animal communication segment. We have some guests waiting in the green room and have an interesting case on that. But of course, speaking about cases, before we get to that, Unexplained Cases live tonight, 10 o'clock. I had someone ask the question, well, wait a minute, is that show staying where it's at? Yes, Unexplained Cases live, still Sunday nights. Just this program is shifting to Thursday nights. But tune in tonight because I think it will be entertaining. And as always,
it's going to be fun.
Mr. Dito is here to tell us about things.
Hey everybody, Darren Dito coming up on Unexplained Cases Live. We are serving up a healthy dose of the spookiest, the craziest, and just the plain weirdest paranormal images of all time. You're looking for aliens and UFOs? We got you covered. How about cryptids? Check that box too. We'll have Bigfoot, the good old swamp ape, and the Rougarou. What about trying to capture a glimpse of the Mothman? Yeah, we'll have that. Might even slip in a sighting or two of the Chupacabra. And don't forget about ghosts. We've got pictures to give you the chills. Maryam is going to use her mad skills to remote view these epic images to try and let the world know what they are, where they came from, and most importantly, what do they want from us? Special Unexplained Cases live tonight at 7 p.m. on the West Coast, 10 p.m. on the East Coast. We'll see you then.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder I had weird stuff in my room. I forgot about that. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's going to be weird.
It's a cornucopia of crazy, a plethora of paranormal. And I won't have any other allegories or anything else. What's up?
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Hey guys, thanks for patiently waiting.
So this is my sister, her husband. They rescued a new little girl, Penny, who's the cutest thing in the world. Where is she, Rick?
Penny. Penny, come on. She's snoozing on the couch.
Okay, that's okay. Here she is. Look at the little face. She's so cute. Ugh, I love her so much. Okay, so I asked them. They just got her last week, and I wanted to read her before I became too obsessed. I sound obsessed already. I mean, but here we go. Okay, so tell me your questions.
Go ahead, babe.
Okay, so she gets very excited, and we're not sure if some of it's anxiety driven, but she's very talkative. And that's kind of a bully thing, but super loud. And the minute we attempt to even put on a jacket, she really gets anxious. Obviously, she's been dumped a few times, so we know that there's a bit of trauma there, but we're trying to kind of, and she's already made a huge transition. She's slowed down already with the barking since the last week we've had her, but we need to figure out what we can do. And we're going to start working with a trainer, but where is that barking coming from? Is she just super excited? How will we can calm her down a bit now, but we still want to be able to do what we can to, help her feel at ease when we leave her.
Right. Okay, let me start with that. I know you had a couple of questions, so let me start there. There's multiple. Do you guys still have cats in the house? One.
We have one cat in the house.
What's his name again?
Her name is Rosie.
Oh, her name is Rosie. Okay. All right. So Penny. Oh, you're so cute. See? I'm already too obsessed. I'm not going to be able to read her. Here we go. Okay, Penny is she has so much to say. Hold on. Okay. This is how she talks. Okay, first off, I want, like, she uses, like, if I could put things in, she's trying to organize things. Okay, number one is I want everyone to do this. Number two, like, she has this sense of her that's like, that controls the room, controls this, and she's not in a controlling alpha way, but in a way that's like telling everyone, this is what we're gonna do, guys. Okay. Mom put her jacket on. This is what we're gonna do. Hold on. This is what we're gonna do. She's putting her jacket on. I think she's gonna get the leash. Like, she's walking everybody through what's happening in the house. Part of that I can feel is anxiety. And excitement together, but she is also a communicative dog that likes to organize the home, and so her personality is one to take care. Is everyone in their place? Is everyone doing their thing? If not, I'm going to do something or say something to make sure everything's working. She's very like, she's just so in your face, like, okay guys, here's I really love Brian. We know that. I saw that out of the gate. She's like, I really love Brian. Brian and I, past life, second time around together, he and I, sisters. So sorry, Brian. Not your first time as you've been a male and female, obviously. Just to reiterate for people who watch, we start as elements, we go into plant, insect, animal, human, and then we, sometimes we come back around, sometimes we stay in human form. I don't know all the rules yet. They just are informing me of, which I've told you guys that before, how that happens. So it's not unusual for animals to come back and for us to remember each other. But she is, excuse me, human sisters, very bonded, very connected. She went back around for, I'm not sure how this is showing us, but she went back around, came back through body as animal. And she, for a while, was just kind of walking around the streets by herself. Like, I don't know if she had someone with her, but they were on the streets. Didn't you say that they were homeless at one point? Was she homeless?
We're not really sure. We just know she was picked up. Word is that it was a homeless person.
Because I'm seeing her walk in the streets. She definitely walked the streets with a excuse me, feels like a masculine energy. And they I was going to say they were streetwalkers, but we all know what that means. They weren't that. They were, but they lived outside and they lived on the streets. She's very adaptable. She does carry, anxiety just because of all the change. Like you said, that's going to die down. What's not going to die down is her excitement and energy level, her ability and choice to communicate and organize. That's always going to be there. She would be one of those dogs, like you could, like put something under a cup and she would get it every time. Like her brain more than her scent would follow patterns. She has this lightness to her that is like, she remembered Brian out of the gate and was like, this is going to be fun. Everything for her is pretty light. She doesn't seem to get down depressed too easily. That takes a lot for her. She does like adventure. She likes doing stuff. I mean, she could talk to me for days. She's a talker. She loves to talk. As far as the barking goes, obviously, yes, training is going to help. It's going to die down a little, but she's always going to be communicating what is happening and why. That just is her thing. She likes to be able to do that. She likes to be able to tell everyone what's happening and why. Her and Petey's the black dog you see, have it's like a older sister, even though she's younger, because Petey's silly and youthful, and he just is a very new soul. So he always needs some support, and she's going to bring that and give that. That's why she loves the job, that she saw right away that, Petey's not alerting everyone to what's happening, so I need to. So that's why she's taken on that role. Once she realizes she doesn't have to do that, it might calm down a little. But she's a talker. Like she talks like crazy. Mom. She's referring to you, Ariana, as mom already. It's funny because she refers to Brian as Brian. Because that's my brother. Okay, mom. This is an interesting relationship we have. Husband, wife, yet you're her brother, you're her mother. Okay. She's telling me how she's setting this up. Okay. So mom, you got to chill. Okay. She's just saying, you got to chill. Like, I can help carry some of this load. Okay. But you have to chill. Like, let me help manage some of the energy in this house. You're holding on to it, and you don't need to control everything and everyone. I can do that. I can help with that. Plus, because she's not a control freak. Not saying you are. Because she's not a control freak, she can manage energy in the space without driving people crazy or frustrating them or whatever. So she's saying, I'm just going to help you. Okay. She definitely sees this as an opportunity to be of service to everyone. She's going around the room right now, basically pointing out everyone's flaws and why she's there to help everybody. Okay. That's very confident of you, Penny. She's very confident. She's very confident, and she's smart. Rocky is the little guy, and he's, she's like, I might be smart, but I haven't figured him out yet. We'll come back to him. I haven't figured him out yet. Okay. So the barking, yeah, the structure will be good for her. You gotta let the allow her to express what is happening and why it's happening. That's just gonna be who she is. Okay. That's just who she is. Next question.
She's had a few accidents in the house. And so we think she's just struggling, trying to give us a sign, because I don't think she's just used to being indoors and having to tell somebody, hey, I have to go to the bathroom, because she's used to being outdoors and the whole place was her bathroom.
Right.
So we got to figure out how to maybe, I mean, we're basically treating her like a puppy in terms of trying to housebreak her.
We're starting from the beginning with that. As if
Yeah, that's a good point, because she's saying, you got to understand, I was put in charge before I should have been put in charge. And so I was making rules and calling the shots energetically, and I was a baby. I didn't know what I was doing, and I was put in a position to protect and do that. And so, yes, working backwards, she says, is ideal, because even though she's confident and smart and talkative, it's like she lost her youth. And to get that back, we start from the beginning. So you guys are right on about that. Is seeing her as if she lost her youth. So what is potty training? How does that work? What does that look like? There's also, she's saying, this level, she's excited. She's really, first off, Brian was just like, finally we meet again. And so there was this immediate connection to the home. Petey and her are just good. She's looking for someone, because all she's known is being that helper, and he needs that emotionally. That works for her. But from a supportive role, she lost her youth. So keeping that in mind, what does that mean? And you guys already said, starting from the beginning. The peeing in the house too, a lot of that does come from just being kind of like excited. And there is this part of her that's a little nervous. She loves outside, but wants to make sure she's always coming back in.
Oh, that totally makes sense, because she has been, just a few days ago, she was refusing. She did not want to go outside.
No,
because we live in the snow. And so she was really struggling with going outside.
Okay. So, and maybe it's,
much
okay, good. So that there you go. That would make sense. And she's saying that'll just take me some time. That'll take me some time. There is this fear, she says, of being separated from everybody and being left outside and everyone's inside. There is this fear of being separated from Brian. She's actually asking to be kept on a leash. She likes that safety.
And we keep her on a leash. I mean, she's never
she's
off.
She might be saying that too, like maybe even when you take her outside in the backyard to pee, that she may be saying that'll bring me comfort. Just because I know.
It is interesting, because she does, when she gets excited and starts to bark when we're going for a walk, when you put the leash on her, she does calm herself.
Yeah, she does.
Okay, so maybe when you take her into the backyard just to pee, put the leash on so she knows she'll come back in.
Okay.
All right.
Can I ask one more question?
Mm-hmm.
Because she did bring up my neuroses and my paranoia and my controlling factor. Part of that is that we have always, whenever we bring home our new dogs that we've rescued, we've always had them in crates while we're not home. She really freaked out and didn't want to be in the crate, so she has been staying with the boys when we're not at home. But the neuroses in me gets concerned that we don't know her yet, and that's dangerous for everybody. But she seems to be totally fine. Everybody's really great and very good chemistry. Yeah. Is that okay to be allowing her that freedom to be with the boys when we're not home?
Obviously, this is something I would leave with the trainer to ultimately decide based on temperament and stuff. But my feeling, based on her and what she's saying and how her energy is to me, is that she is fine.
Okay, that's what we feel.
You know, it's kind of like I always want to put in the trainer's hand because they might see personality traits that I miss. But she has no intent. She's like, I have no intention of, like, I'm so happy, and if anything, I don't want to lose what I have, so I'm not going to mess that up.
Okay, and that's how we feel too.
Yeah,
She's making progress.
Yeah, when you say adaptable, that's the word we've been using for her all week, because she has adjusted so quickly. It's insane.
Yeah. She said, well, she's like, there. She doesn't feel like she was newly rescued. It doesn't feel like it's only been a week by any means.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't to us either.
She's definitely, and a part of that is her connection to her sister Brian. A part of that is that bond, and that she's, just it's the good fit. You got it. You guys are good.
Yeah, I think you're getting a little side eye, Brian. I almost think that's what you're getting from behind you.
Yeah.
That's cute. All right.
Awesome, guys.
Thanks, you guys.
Thanks so much for being here.
Oh, there she is.
Says thank you.
That's my little niece, Penny.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Bye. Stop being controlling.
Shut up.
That's appropriate.
She doesn't care if it's my show. She would have flipped me off if we left her on longer. She would have been like, shut up.
See, and the great thing is, since she's still in the green room, she can hear all that. So,
All right, let's do it. Questions?
I know we need to move on to that particular time there, basically. All right. So normally I would not necessarily put up a question like this, but I was kind of compelled to. So maybe it's just as an example, or maybe you do have something, because when someone asks, and Michaela, I am not picking on you. Please don't take it as that. But when you have, who am I, or what was I meant to be? Technically, they're kind of the same, kind of different, but yet, that may be a little bit too generic of a question.
Yes. Michaela, why don't you email me and we can narrow that down, something more specific.
And I will get the email address rolling here in just a second for everybody, so they will know where to send that.
Stephanie, is my husband's career change going to be fruitful? Stephanie AJ Underwood. Is that your husband in the picture? Actually, you know what? I brought this deck, this tiny little deck. That is might give us an answer without you having to email me a photo of him.
That is her husband.
Oh, okay. Yes. Wait. There. This deck is it's more like an oracle deck. Yes, no, blah, blah, blah. And so there you have it. That was easy.
All right.
Stephanie, is this the path the correct path? Shall I continue on this path? Oh, Stephanie. Interesting. I'm going to get a little bit more information.
Wow, if you start stroking your chin and saying interesting, that'd be
nice. Who does that?
Well, that's kind of like when you're pondering. Of course, you have to have a beard for that.
I thought you were a character, because it's kind
I'm glad that you don't have a beard, though. That's good.
Hey, if I don't wax, I do.
And you heard it here, folks. First, folks.
Yesterday, Bruce was like, "Are you plucking your chin hair?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I'll be waxing in a minute. So,
Well, there you go.
all right. Stephanie doesn't want to know any of that. Is this path the correct path? Shall I continue on this path? Stephanie, there needs to be some changes on this path. There needs to be some adjusting. The way it's going, unlikely. You need to make some changes to it. Okay? But you will there, once the changes are made, there will be more success. It'll show you, okay, now this is right. This feels good. Okay? Peggy, will pending legal issues be easily resolved in my favor? Ooh, I might need the bigger deck for this.
Bringing out the big guns.
Hold on. Let me try this little baby deck, see if it tells me anything, and then I'm looking at her picture. That's why I'm staring at the screen, you guys. Yes? I hate... Hold on. I have... It's like, yes, but they just need to be over at this point. So, yes, it may not be 100%, like perfect world, but it needs to just be over for you. So taking what is presented is going to be really important. Okay? Because this just needs to be over for you. Because once it's over, you're just going to have freedom. It's just, life is going to open up. It feels more positive than not, though, for sure.
Cool. And then I think we had a question. I didn't know if this was...
Oh, that was you. Yes. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell everybody. So if I tell you guys to email me, make sure you tell me who you are, why you're emailing, because sometimes I don't get to the emails till much later, and I have no idea what I'm looking at. So, yes. She sent an email with cousin Cheryl's pic. Okay, what's the question though? That's what I emailed you. What do you want to know about your cousin Cheryl? That's what I need to know.
And Libby, we can hang on for a few moments, give you a chance to, if you're still with us, to jot in that question to the comments.
Okay. Is there anyone else while we're waiting?
That is it for everybody's one question. Some folks are trying to squeeze in a second one, and I'm a stinker. I will hold you to that one question.
Oh, I've got this. Donna or Kira asked about her mother-in-law's chronic stomach pain. Donna, I'm going to need more from you. I'm going to email you, okay? I'll need more. She had her voice box removed before she passed. Needed to know what she was trying to tell me. Ooh. That's a tricky question. I think that's a bigger read for me. I'm sorry. I'll have to channel her. And she's not coming through right this second. So we may need to set it up as a session. But I'll email you this afternoon. Okay.
Okay, Libby. Just because they squeaked in, we'll let this be the last question for today.
Trudy. Well, I'm always going to say yes to that question. Will my abilities have me working with spirit? But let me see. Trudy, Angela. So you're a healer, and everyone, listen, we all work with spirit. Are we consciously making an effort to do work that works with spirit daily, or like I do, tapping in? Yes. You have to let some old stuff go, though. Okay. You have to clear. You've got some cobwebs you got to clear before this will take place. Okay. It's like, I don't know if you were in the pick a card, but for you, there's definitely that pick a card earlier, that sense of like who you think you're supposed to be, who others view you, how you view yourself. That has to shift even more. Okay. And then absolutely, you're a healer. You actually have a lot of energy that runs through your hands, and you see things. Okay, so there's a lot of work you could be doing. I don't know if you massage, Reiki, energy work, long distance, but there's some cleaning house you need to do on your physical self, your physical body to get healthier, as well as your spiritual and emotional body. Okay. And then, yes, absolutely, you will.
Awesome.
Okay. Did we do it?
We did it. So there we go. Yet another fantastic Sunday show. And that puts Sundays in the proverbial can for us then. So like we've been saying, just as a reminder, you actually get a little bit of a treat because you didn't have to wait a full week before we're back. Because
we'll be back Thursday.
This coming Thursday, 7:00 Pacific, 10:00 Eastern. Wherever you're seeing this right now, we will be there again. And in the meantime, be sure and come back tonight at 10:00 and watch Unexplained Cases live, where basically we'll find out what creepy stuff has been crawling around Miriam's house. Apparently, based on the pictures that Darren and I pulled out of the ether, and we gave you some house guests. Apparently,
Thank you.
You can blame us. We're responsible for that. I know.
I'll send them your way.
Such punks we are. So, all right, folks. Appreciate you. Have a good Sunday. Bye.